Hello mathematicians, and welcome back to Circles. And today we're going to be talking about circle equations. So make sure you have this worksheet in front of you so you can copy notes alongside me. So let's go ahead and get started. This part you do not have to write down as notes. It's up to you if you want to. But so far in math, you have learned different types of equations. For example, y equals mx plus b was in integrated math 1a. And when we put in values into x and plotted them with y, we got a straight line. Another equation that we've seen is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. This was in 2a. And again, if you put in values for x and compare them to y and put them on a graph, we got a parabola shaped that looks like a U. So in this case, we have this new equation, which is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And I know that it seems very scary. It sounds scary because it's long and there's a lot of different letters and variables in here. But we only need to focus in on 3 of them, okay? So now you can start taking out notes, and I recommend you use color. The first one is this y and this k, okay? This y and this k talks about the center of the circle, okay? Which is a very important part of a circle. So on the left-hand side, I've drawn a circle here. And I'm going to highlight which ones these represent. So my center is right here, and I'm going to use red. The next piece of information that is crucial to circles is the radius, okay? And the radius is the distance between the center and any point on the circle. So this is a radius, and this is a radius, and this is a radius, and this is a radius. So if I were to measure all of these blue lines, they would be exactly the same, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 examples. The first one we are actually going to do using a graph. So you're going to have questions that are formatted in one of 2 ways. Either they give you the information written, or they provide you a graph. For this first example, we're going to be doing the graph method. The graph format, I'm sorry. We're going to be looking at this graph right here on the left-hand side. So again, we need 2 pieces of information. Let me switch colors real quick. I got tired of that blue. We need the center, and we need the radius. So for the center, I forgot to mention that the center is a point, right? We see this point right here. And we write a point in the form of x, comma, y. But the thing that happened was that the mathematician dude or gal that came up with this was like, oh shoot, I already used x and y right here. And I don't want to confuse them. So instead of x and y, they used h and k. It's the same exact thing, just that there's different letters this time, okay? So right here, I'm going to write h and k. So whatever we have for h and k whatever we have for our center, we're going to plug into h and k, okay? I know you're probably going, what, Miss Torres? It's going to make sense right now, okay? I promise. So first thing, the center, okay? So my center, I have to figure out what my x and y value is, right? So to get to my center, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So my x value is going to be 4. Now my y is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So my center is at 4, 4. You know, actually, let me be consistent with the colors. I used red for center. Center. Give me a quick second. Radius. You see, sometimes I make mistakes. All right, we're almost done. The second piece of information we need is our radius. So we need to figure out exactly how long this line is, okay? So for my radius, I see that I go 1, 2, and 3 to get to this point. So notice that I decided to go in a direction where there was a straight line. If I would have made this my radius, it would have been more complicated because this part of the circle is not directly on the grid line. So I was very intentional on which radius I chose. So my radius is 3. Now that's left to do is to just plug it in. So I'm going to keep my format. Remember, for my h, k, and r is when I'm going to plug it in. So I have x minus h. Oh, remember that this is h and this is k. So my x value is now h and my y value is now k. So I'm just going to plug it in. X minus 4 squared plus y minus, oh, instead of k, I'm going to plug in 4 because that's my k, squared equals, oh, and instead of r, I'm going to plug in 3 squared. So it's up to you. You can either write 3 squared, or as a true mathematician, you would simplify this. 3 squared becomes 9. So the actual answer would be x minus 4 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 9. Remember, because 3 squared equals 3 times 3, which is 9. So this is my final answer. I'm going to choose green, and I'm going to highlight it like this. And we're done. That is all we need, okay? So again, we can either present you the information in a graph, or we can present you the information written. So this is going to be our second example. And maybe right here I'll put written. So let's pretend that I'm asking you to find the equation of a circle. So find equation of a circle with center -2, 3 and radius of 5. All right, so again, for a circle, we need 2 pieces of information. The first one is the center, and the second one is the radius. So this should be pretty easy peasy, okay? So remember the format of the equation of a circle is x minus. Now, right here we have to be very careful because some of you guys are going to do minus 2, right? Because it's -2 and -2 is right here. No. In the equation, it's x minus whatever our x value is of the center. So it would be -2. Yes, you would put 2 negatives, okay? And we're going to clean that up in a bit. So you do it exactly like that, plus y minus, oh, we just have a 3, so we just write the 3 down, squared equals 5 squared. Okay, so now we're going to clean it up. So right here we have a negative and a negative, so we have a double negative. So if we remember our multiplication rules, a negative and a negative make a positive. So this becomes plus 2 squared plus, there's nothing to simplify here, so I just rewrite it, equals, and oh, remember that 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. And that is my final answer. So that is how you write circles as an equation. Wow, that looks a little messy, huh? Anyways, good luck and go ahead and give the following problems a try, or you can jump out to Delta Math.